us today to find out more on 99612 238 or 269 11020 and discover us online at ciprusparkretirement.com. Cyprus Park, a new project designed with you in mind by Medusa Developers.
Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Just topped up the benzene tank, so now we can go for a whiz around Paphos and see what's going on a rather strange day, because you may have noticed it's looking a little bit grey. Yes, this is the after effects of the sand and dust storm that we've been having on the island of Love, which of course is Cyprus, for the last couple of days. And hopefully over the next 2 days or so it'll start to clear and the sun will start to glisten, and of course everyone will be getting a spectacality of a holiday indeed, especially a lady who got married in downtown Paphos only the other day. Who am I talking about? That's our lady Sweet Candy. A big shout out to her, and of course we wish you a fantastic rest of your life, and we hope your life is a very long one indeed. We better stop at these lights, hadn't we, Lady Andrea? Because there are boys and girls in blue and they are waiting especially for Mr. Paul as he drives around making his YouTube videos especially for you. Now, talking about benzene, you may have noticed I had to put some in because now and again the car runs that little bit dry. So if you do like what you see, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button. Of course, it doesn't cost you a single penny, it just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend the little channel known as Marika and me to more like-minded people like yourselves. But if you would like to keep the channel afloat, if you'd like to make a donation, it's very easy to do. All you have to do is Google these magic words: buy me a coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page, and you'll have a choice to read a little bit more about us, and of course you can read a comment or two, and then perhaps you'd like to gift us that virtual coffee or two, and we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts, and we really do. Big shout out to some of the guys that take that little bit of trouble. If your name is Eugenie, thank you very much indeed, and hopefully we'll get to meet you very soon indeed in downtown Kato, Paphos. Big shout out to Darren and Rosa, who we had the great honour of meeting in Lofty's Bar not that long ago. They're back in downtown UK, but hopefully they'll be coming back to Cyprus very soon indeed, and doing us the honour of perhaps doing a jig or two while Mr. Paul sings a million love songs, especially for Miss Rosa. Big shout out to the girl in charge of the show, that's our day man. She's getting very excited because she knows that her holiday is coming very soon indeed. Big shout out to Lady so sweet Caroline, and of course Lord Nigel of the Big Guns, because of course they're getting ready to get on a big bird and jet into downtown Paphos very soon indeed. And of course Easter is upon us, and Lady so sweet does like to see a chick or two on a roundabout, because she understands that when she comes here she's going to get a great holiday. And yes, no doubt about it, we're going to have a drink or two or three or four, and of course Miss Och and Christina Booth would like to have one of those Bloody Marys as recommended by Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. This is Central Paphos, the business district, that's what we're going to call it, because you've got the police station coming up on the left. Next door to that is the fire station. They had a difficult night last night. There was a massive fire kicking off in the hills above Secret Valley in the Cuclia region. Thank goodness they managed to put it out, and no one lost their life, and no one's property was damaged, which was very good indeed. They are a very skilled operation, and of course as the season progresses, unfortunately for them, they're going to have to work harder and harder, because of course the land gets very barren, and unfortunately the odd cigarette end or that kind of thing, and we's in big trouble. Go on, we'll let you go, young man, because these are traffic controlled lights. Are we going to be careful? Are we going to be lucky? Yes, there we are. Thank you, Lady Andrea, thank you. On those traffic lights there are cameras, by the way, so if you go through on amber, yep, cross that white line, or do something naughty, you get an infringement on your credit card. And I tell you what, it's going to cost you a lot more than buying a coffee or two for the little channel known as Marika and me. So, downtown Central Paphos, what have we got? Eurobank, that's on the left hand side. Great coffee shop here, by the way, called Coffee Lab, and you can see the fancy cars parked outside. Lots of rich people like to go there because a coffee in there is going to cost you about €3.30. See, it's a bit more expensive. Keeps the riffraff like Mr. Paul out. So there you go. Now, what's coming up next? Well, again, as I say, we're in the business section, so around here there's lots of offices of lawyers and solicitors and bankers and all those kind of things. And just further down, we're going to come to the municipality area. And you never know, there might be a black Mercedes parked on the wrong side of the road, on WO lines, on chevrons, just down from a busy traffic lights. But don't worry, he can park wherever he wants because that's the man in charge. That is Adonis, and he could be the greatest mayor in the world. He's the man responsible for taking Paphos from, well, what should we call it, medieval times into the ultra modern times. And now we are a very, very smart city indeed. Let's let these young ladies go. No, I don't think his car is parked up because by now we would have seen it. So he must be out on his travels, checking that all the improvements that are taking place, not only in downtown Kato Paphos, but all over Paphos and around the old town are taking shape. And they are spending millions, and I mean tens of millions, transforming Paphos. And it will be one of the best resorts in the Mediterranean. So if you're looking for a great place to come for a holiday, Paphos should be at the very, very top of your list. And there's a lot of people who come to Paphos over and over, and there's a lot of people who want to make Paphos their final destination. There's a gentleman who likes to tune into the little channel known as Marika for his daily fix, and he's got a girl in his life who's always right. She's very, very sweet indeed. Who am I talking about? That's our Sir Daniel, and of course his girl, Lady Sherry, who's always right. And it is their dream to relocate to Paphos, and let's keep our fingers crossed that Sir Daniel gets offered that special job on the British basis. He's a paramedic, he's the greatest drug pusher in the world, and of course then their dream can commence. And there are other people who've only just come to Paphos and they intend to spend the rest of their lives here. Who are they? That's our Lady Emma and of course her man Lord Rob, and of course their two superstars Viscount Bradley and Princess Maya. And of course they have opened a bar, and of course as time goes on we're going to talk about that bar and hopefully enable them to fill it and hopefully make a couple of bob so that their dream can come true. And very, very soon indeed we're going to go on a great boat trip on the Ocean Vision and celebrate the Viscount's birthday, and we're going to take you with us and make some little videos as well. So if you want to see some videos live on the Ocean Vision Super Cruiser, that's the 5-star luxury cruise ship in the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour, don't forget to keep coming back and checking on the little channel known as Marika and me. This is the main drag now down towards the Kato Paphos Mall. To give its correct name, it's called the King's Avenue Mall, and we're going to head straight over that roundabout and go down to the Kato Paphos Harbour just to stick our nose in and see what's going on this strange day, as I say, because of all the dust. The temperature, don't worry about the temperature. Let's just have a quick look. What does it say on this German car? 23.2 degrees. So that's not bad for 11 in the morning. Big shout out to some of the other guys who like to tune into Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club. If your name is Lady Kerry, oh yeah, and of course Lord Tony in downtown Cornwall. We're missing you like crazy. Sing your heart out, girls. That's the singing sensation, Lady Kerry, by the way. You may have seen her on one or two of our YouTube videos singing her heart out. And to be honest, well, Whitney, you haven't got a patch on her, that's for sure. And of course, the greatest roadie and the greatest sound man in the world, Lord Tony. And also a big shout out to a man who's very, very clever indeed. He's an ex-banker and he's invested his money very, very wisely in 2 Toyota Yaris's because he understands that they are the most reliable cars in the world. Who am I talking about? Sir Brian, big, big shout out to you. And of course, we look forward to seeing you in Paphos again very, very soon indeed. Traffic's semi-light, and these electric scooters are whizzing around everywhere. I know we're guilty of it as well, but slowly but surely there's too many of them appearing, and they come at you from all angles. They don't stop at red lights, they don't stop at zebra crossings. They're a bit like cyclists, aren't they? Shut up now, Paul, stop going on about things. The rant is over, Sir Andy. and Lady Ness, who are still up in Scotland, but soon they'll be coming back to Shropshire, and they'll be getting ready to get on that big bird, check into the Alexander the Great Hotel, and the spectacality of a holiday indeed. And now we talk about the Alexander the Great Hotel a lot, because it is a great hotel, and there's one man who knows that more than anybody else. His name is Sir Chrissy 59. Why is he called 59? Very, very simple, because it will be his 59th time that he has stayed in the Alexander the Great Hotel. And let's hope that Curly Shirley appreciates it very, very much indeed. That's a little in-joke between Sir Chrissy and myself. Hopefully that will bring a chuckle to him, and one of these days, you never know, he might even let the little joke out of the bag. Looking forward to sitting in the Pelican restaurant and tonking on a Romeo and Juliet. Of course, that's a cigar if you're new to the channel, and having a pint or two. Big shout out to the Nantwich crew. The girl in charge, that's our lady Jessica, and of course her partner in her crimes and my great friend, that's her Lord Simon, and of course they got a couple of superstars as well. One is Princess Meghan, and of course my little mate Gangster Max, who's not that little anymore, I'll bet. One of these days he's going to punch Mr. Paul straight in the mouth. And talking about people who are not little anymore, there's another gentleman in downtown Wiltshire, that's our Viscount Leo. Big shout out to him and his dad, Sir Richard, and of course his beautiful mother, Lady Julie Nash. We're missing you like crazy, and hopefully you're going to get on a big bird and jet into Paphos very, very soon indeed. The list of our friends goes on and on and on. Don't get upset if I don't name you. You will always be named eventually, because you've always got a place in our hearts. There is no doubt about that. And if you do see us and you want to come and say hello, why not? They're often going to find us in the Pelican restaurant. At this time of year, we're in April by the way, we'll be there from around about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Some nights a bit longer, but of course as the summer progresses, we will start to camp out in there from around about 7 until around about, well, when the chuck is out at about 11. So if you do see an idiot in a blue hat with a pair of sunglasses with a blonde beauty sitting next to him, come over, grab a chair, let's have a drink, let's chew the fat, and let's have a good time while you're on your holidays in downtown Paphos. This now is the final descent into the downtown Paphos Harbour, so don't click off just yet. I promise you, you are going to get a great view of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And a big shout out to some of the guys that like to come back now and again and watch the little channel known as Marika and me. If your name is Lady Enid, and of course you've got a daughter called Lady Alison, we're missing you like crazy, and we do appreciate all the comments that you do make. Unfortunately at the moment there's more comments than Mr. Paul can cope with. He's quite busy with work, quite busy with the little channel known as Marika and me. There's big things afoot coming on, slowly but surely. The dominoes are falling, slowly but surely. More and more hotels, more and more restaurants are asking us to come and make videos. So let's hope that slowly but surely we can build a YouTube channel known as Marika and me into a little monster, especially for you. And if there's somewhere that you'd like us to go, please drop it in the comments. And you never know, if that video can happen, we will make it happen, I promise you. And perhaps if you're staying in a hotel, why not have a little whisper in the manager's ear or manageress's ear and see if they will allow Marika and me to come in there and make one of our silly little videos, shall we say. A little bit like silly love songs, isn't it? Like Paul McCartney, one of my favourite songs of all time. You never know, I might even try and get my tongue around that and sing it on karaoke one of these days. But I don't think that I'll be able to sing it quite as well as the man known as Sir Paul. Downtown Paphos Harbour, here we are. Shops galore, buses galore, you see. If you want the bus to the harbour, it is bus number 611. The bus system now has become more complicated because we've got 3 bus terminals. Main bus terminal in the old town, one down here at the end of the harbour, and one on to the Kings. So if you are going to use the buses, I suggest you get a day pass or a week pass. Otherwise, those €2 are going to mount up very quickly indeed. Anyway, downtown Paphos Harbour. Let's circumnavigate to the rear of the harbour restaurants. Main harbour entrance is coming up here now on the left hand side. Big car park on the right. Bus terminal is just over here to the right, and that is the Neo-Paphos Archaeological Site, a World Heritage Site. Haven't got to pay a lot of money, and if you are over 65, by the way, you can go in there for free. All you got to do is flash them some kind of ID, not your raincoat. No. Although it does look as though we might need a raincoat today, because maybe a shower or So this is the car park to the rear of the Harbour restaurants, totally free of charge, all lit up at night, by the way, so don't feel worried about walking around here. And of course that is the blue grey Mediterranean Sea, and the Paphos Castle, and this is the brand new Paphos sunset viewing point, although I don't think there's going to be any sunset viewing today. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. Don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of our complete and utter madness. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed.